Chase
Yeah.
knows. Like, it's a real thing out here.
Why do you guys choose Arizona?
What's that?
Why do you guys choose Arizona?
Because GCU is really easy to get into.
Really? Damn, I should have went
Sports
there.
management, baby.
Yeah, the sports management program.
Man, I'm gonna go there. All right, Chase. I'll.
What, you gonna add a fifth school?
Are you guys going for your grad?
I'm not going to probably not going to GCU for my grad. Although like they keep calling me, they're like, "Hey, dude, we'll give you $6,000." I'm like, that number is getting more and more attractive as I have to like think about paying for grad school.
Yeah, I just got the number for mine. They were talking to me already. It's like $20,000 for 20 months.
Yeah, dude, it's super cheap. Like dude, it's like dumb cheap to go there for your grad.
Man.
If you're
Well,
if you're
not to mention,
if you're an
too,
undergrad
if you go
student
there.
there.
For your grad, if you go there for your grad, you get like some of the credits you took for your undergrad at GCU transfer over.
Well, technically, I didn't even finish my undergrad, so I could still go there.
I mean, technically, I'm not done with my undergrad either because I still have to pay them $150 to graduate, and I don't have $150.
$150?
Yeah, to like complete my degree program, get my bachelor's, or to get my diploma and all that.
To actually get your diploma is $150.
Yeah, so I don't have a diploma. Like on my course thing, it says completed, but like technically, I didn't pay the graduation fee to like get through the program.
Then?
Dude, because it's different. You pay like the $80 to graduate, to actually physically go and graduate, but then you have to pay like $150 to be a graduate.
So you walk it, you don't have your certificate.
Yeah, I don't have any like.
That's included. It's the $150 to walk and you get your diploma.
No, dude, it's different. That's what my counselor told me. That's why I don't have a diploma.
No, that's what they told me today, like last week.
Well, who do you have?
Who's your counselor?
I have no idea.
He's talking
because I have Lindsay, and I thought that was it too. That's what they told me, or that's what they made it sound like. And then like I'm trying to track down my diploma. I thought they mailed it to California. Then I thought they mailed it to my old apartment. And like finally I call back and I'm like, hey, where's my diploma? They're like, oh, well, you have to pay this fee. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I was done.
You should never mailed it.
Yeah, dude, I was like $150. I don't have that kind of money. Oh well. Like at that point, I'd already gotten a job, like saying that I was a graduate. So I'm like, no one really cares. No one even checked.
Yeah.
Like I did all the classes.
Shit now. Like Harvard business graduate.
Dude, for real, dude, I went to Harvard. It's in Boston. Wicked smart. And they'd be like, yeah, you went.
So real question, where is Stanton going?
I wake up every morning praying for my MLB trade rumors to say Los Angeles, but I know it's never going to happen.
No, you know what I think? I think Jeter does the most fuck the Yankees thing ever and sends them to Boston.
Dude, oh my God, they would. Every Yankee fan would like burn their Jeter jersey.
Dude, I was reading something about it, and they were like, yeah, you know how Jeter could just, say, fuck the Yankees rejuvenation? Just give the Red Sox Stanton.
Oh, man.
Oh, you have Judge? Fun. Cute.
Yeah, right? You have, like, the baby version of our guy. Oh, man, that would be nasty. Because they need the power, because they're talking about getting Martinez.
Dude, that outfield would be like Betts, Stanton. Oh, dude, that'd be nuts.
Derek Jeter's not the GM, though.
No, but he's calling the shots.
Is he really?
He's president of baseball ops, isn't he?
Well, I don't know what their structure is there because he and Michael Hall, whatever. No, Michael Hill, right? Because Michael Hall is Dexter.
Yeah, it's Michael Hill.
But they're both president of some sort of operation, so I don't know who is actually like the GM and who's the PBO.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's Hill because he's been making those moves.
But Jeter's in his ear going, let's do that.
Well, obviously now, but I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Loria had the same type of influence.
Well, Jeffrey Loria just said slash and burn. Like, he doesn't want to spend a dime.
Yeah, but he did, though. Remember that one year he got, like, Jose Reyes and Heath Bell, and he just didn't prove
it. That worked out.
Jose Reyes, Mark Burley.
Yeah, it didn't work out at all.
Sour taste in his mouth from doing that, so he never wants to do that shit again.
Yeah, he never wanted to do it again. And then, like, their big off-season move was, like, Dan Straley.
Oh yeah, this past year,
Jordan,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, so it's like,
Well, I mean, they were kind of against the wall this time, just
yeah,
because
they don't have anything. I mean, they have a great
literally
offense.
the only thing they had went boating at the wrong time. So, like, it was hard for them to really be able to do anything this year or next year.
Yeah.
I mean, someone was talking about it though, and I hadn't thought about it. But that offense is actually really good.
Offense is good. I mean,
They just have no pitching.
they don't have any pitching. I mean, when
Can you
Dan
name a single
Shirley,
pitcher on their team?
Wei Yin Chen, baby.
I mean, when that's your big free agent signing, you know it's gonna be a long year.
Hey,
Yeah.
think of how good they'd be if they had Jose Fernandez.
Don't even.
Damn.
That's too soon, man. You can't.
No, hey, hold on. It's not too soon because my fantasy team name last year was Joey Boats.
You gotta you gotta wait 23.7 years in order to joke about someone dying.
Wow, Michael has no chill. His name was literally Hernandez from the top rope like 2 weeks after it happened.
Gosh.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my When one of our fantasy leagues, I'm Hernandez from the top rope, for football.
God.
Hey, in my defense, that happened in like April. It's been like 4 months. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, that one's fine. I mean, well, it was his fault, but Jose Fernandez was actually he was a decent guy. You know.
Yeah.
He was a great player.
What was your name for Ventura? Mike?
Oh yeah, I was okay. No, this one's funny. I was Giordano's Uber in fantasy baseball, and on the day of our draft when it was scheduled, I got in a car accident. I changed the name right after. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm tempting fate too much here. I'm not being a good person.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Donovan's Uber. All right, DA. So you going to spring training? I want to race you.
So where will I be living in Arizona?
I don't know.
I mean,
know
yeah,
I don't even know if I'm working yet.
Yeah, well, Chase doesn't know if he's going to be out here, so we're just kind of spitballing right now. But if you come as a guest,
I need you to talk to Blake. So if I go out to a spring training game, you got to get me in a suit, man.
Oh, dude, you're going to be the ringer. You're going to come in and just like blow everybody away.
Oh, you got to get a bunch of newbies in there, like, to run against me.
No, I'm gonna get a bunch of new people, and then like one of the races, like I'm gonna be their boss, so I'm gonna tell them like, look, you guys got to let me win. Because if any single one of you tries to actually beat me, you're fired. Because I never won a race. The best I got was third place.
So how much do you guys make doing that?
It's like, what is it, like 10 an hour, 11 an hour?
Yeah, 10 and a half, I think.
It's minimum wage.
Hell yeah.
Well, it used to be better than minimum wage. The minimum wage went up, so.
Yeah, it used to be $8.50, bro. $10.50 is nuts.
I'm better off working at the mall.
No, but it's experience though.
Yeah, it's not. We're not doing it for the money.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna get employed for a week to run around in a mascot.
Yes.
It's more than that.
That doesn't sound very enticing. Huh?
It's more than that, but yes.
Have you seen the sausage race?
I've seen it in Milwaukee. I actually like when they. I like the race where they give the guy a head start and then the guy just beats him.
Oh, the freeze.
The freeze, yeah.
No, but that one is still kind of rigged because the freeze is like an actual sprinter. No, dude, the sausage race is 100% real.
No rigged.
Like, yeah, the D-backs Legends race is rigged. The President's race in Washington is rigged. The sausage race is no holds barred. Just
what about the A's Hall of Famers race?
Rigged.
I didn't even know they did that. So
rigged. To me, it's not rigged because Ricky Henderson hasn't been winning. The actual leader is Dennis Eckersley. I was like, there's no chance. Hell.
You know what would be fantastic is if they had Henderson win every race.
That's how it should be.
No, if they had actual Ricky Henderson race as Ricky Henderson.
He would still win,
No way that man loses.
You would still beat those guys. All those young kids in those suits.
Dude, I'm so out of shape though, dude. If I put that suit on, I'd probably fall over.
It's not that big. I can see you fitting in that.
Now if I go as a fan, I gotta get plastered for 7 innings before I race that thing.
Dude, you have to. You have to be pounding Miller Lights and brats the entire time.
beer and ending all the way to the 6th, and then I put the costume on and try to run.
Oh my god, I would. No, we're gonna make this happen.
So you guys gonna be back in town when the A's play the Dodgers?
I can be.
Chase, you coming? Pretty sure Cody might come.
For what? When the A's are in town?
Well, A's
are gonna be in LA next April 7th through 10th, I think.
The A's will have 3 in Anaheim. Then right after that, they got 3 in LA.
I'll be there.
I might go to all 6.
I'm gonna wear that 88 throwback just for you, DA.
I always get fucking burnt out, but I mean, you know, I don't ever go to A's games, so.
I mean, it's really hard when your team don't win. So.
No, it's just too much baseball, honestly. Like, it's just, I mean, believe it or not, you can't have too much baseball because I gotta work.
You shut your mouth.
Is
it too much baseball or is it too much paying to see baseball?
Probably too much paying to see it. You know, parking, food,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you could go for free, I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as too much baseball.
Yeah, of course not. But
never too much baseball if you're not paying.
My job never works with me because I gotta close at the mall and you know. Where are you? Are you in a field somewhere?
Me?
Yeah, someone is making some noise like they're operating machinery or something.
Oh no, I got these water bottles for like one of those like a water cooler. I have to go refill them, so I'm like trying to get those right now.
Oh, like you go to the store and fill up those big old water coolers?
Yeah, we got one of those in the house.
Oh, that seems like a 1990s thing. Yeah, I can hear your 4-cylinder zooming down there.
Yeah, we're awesome, man. Pushing 73 right now.
Careful, man. You don't want to get pulled over. Those Arizona cops are dicks.
Dude, 73? That's not even the speed limit. What are you doing?
We're driving behind this Ram truck. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Who's we?
Well, you guys are in the car technically because you're on my phone, so.
No, we're not, but all right. Are we going to do this thing, or are we just...
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me open my door real quick. Because, like I said, I got to go pick up my girlfriend from school, and I told her that I would fill up these water bottles, and I waited and then have it. I am not going to get it done if I don't do it while we're doing this. So
you have to go to the store and do that, or you just...
No, it's this place like right next to my house. I just got to drive like right around the corner. There's like literally a water shop.
Oh, so you're broadcasting on your phone, huh?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Well, because my computer doesn't work, so.
What the hell happened with that?
Dude, it just seriously, we were recording, and I think there's something wrong with the battery because like it just went
black.
It went it's like the bright blue like old school Windows startup screen.
What do you have? You have a
I have a Mac.
Dell. Oh, you have a Mac.
Yeah, but it's like going on 7 years old, so you know they don't last forever.
No, those things don't last forever, especially with daily use.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a computer, you know, so it's not going to last forever anyway. But then, you know, even for a Mac, they have a point where they cave at some point.
Don't they have a 10-year warranty though? I'm sure you can get another.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh.
If they do, I don't have it filled out or anything. I don't still have the paperwork for it.
Yeah, I think it's like another $1,000 and it's like a 10-year warranty. So you're basically buying another. They're basically making you buy another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In order to insure the one that you currently have.
Yeah. I didn't do any of that shit. So.
It's okay. The charger I bought for my computer is fucking $80.
Oh, I had to buy one for mine like a few years ago. So, yeah, fucking $85.
Why don't you just get the universal one? It's like $40.
Dude, no, for the services you can't get it. There is no other charger other than the one that Windows makes.
Oh.
Same thing for the Macs, dude.
I just stick with Dell, man. I got it's been great for me. I've had it for like 10 years now.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, can you show me in the direction of the off-brand ones? They're like, oh, those don't exist.
Everyone has a Mac.
It's like, dude, it's like, hey, can I get do you have like a layaway program for this? Like,
it's like, sir, this isn't Walmart. This isn't Walmart, sir.
Dude, I literally have $34.94 in my bank account.
Well,
Dude,
you're doing better than me, bud. I'm at 278. I was thinking of getting McDonald's chicken nuggets, 20 for 5. I was like, damn it, I gotta muster some change here.
Yeah, I got my card declined on groceries the other day because my check hadn't cleared yet. It was like $50. I'm like, what the fuck?
Call direct deposit, Mike. It's
I looked, and it was like
2017, bud.
No, it was a check from my dad because we got paid for. So I had this ongoing issue with Kia for my old car, and we eventually got paid because they had they got sued by the government or something, so they had to pay out people who had engine problems for whatever costs or whatever. Anyway, what was it?
Oh, for the engine, my dad got his entirely replaced, bro.
Well, here's the thing: I had mine entirely replaced before they got sued. So we had this beef with the dealership because like they had promised me a rental car and then they went back on that, and then like we had to get like other diagnostic stuff done. It was like total we spent like $1,300 before we could even get it replaced by the dealership. The dealership replaced it. We were out $1,300. So this like lawsuit comes up and then we end up getting $1,300 back from Kia, like from corporate because they fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. My dad had the same car as you, and it just died on the side of the road.
Dude,
and then they take it to the dealership, and they're like, oh, yeah, you need a new engine. We'll give it to you for free.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to mine, because it will go, and it just, I was going freeway speed, and it just shut off, because, like, chunks of metal get loose in the engine, and, like, it jammed 2 of the cylinders.
He was in Modesto when he got
shit.
pulled over on the side of the road.
That's rough.
So he had to get a rental car to drive, like, 4 hours to my house.
Dude, that's rough, man.
Hey, brand new motor though at like 190,000 miles.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I was at like 80,000 when I got, or like 65,000 or something when I got mine. It actually helped because when that car got in an accident, they totaled it and they actually gave me extra money on it because it had an engine with 15,000 miles on it.
Yeah, my dad had 180. It was crazy.
That's insane. That's a lot of miles.
Yeah, no, you got a brand new car.
How many miles?
182, I think. 182,000.
I'm at 217.
I'm at 141. But my car's 15 years old, so.
Yeah, but I got a Honda.
Oh, so yours will last forever then.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably go another 100,000.
I got a Ford, so I needed a new starter yesterday.
What?
New starter?
Yeah, I had to get a new starter. That was $400. That sucked.
Yeah.
400?
Yeah, dude, they're expensive.
Yeah, it was $290 for the part.
Because with my engine, it needed a new starter too because the engine jammed and then the push to start never turned off, so it just basically roasted the starter and the battery.
Where did you go? Where'd you guys go for your starter?
Mechanic.
Well, it's like starter plus service is like $400.
I paid $130 for mine.
Like parts though, right?
Is that just for the part though?
In total, I paid $130 for a starter.
Well, the labor is usually $100. So I mean, you have to know a guy or something.
Yeah.
Well, it is a Honda, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and is your car 15 years old? Mine's 15 years old, so.
My car's 2004, so it's 13 years old.
It's 02, and it's a Ford.
Damn.
By the way, I'm running the table in fantasy. I'm making the points somehow, some way.
You ain't winning shit.
I'm gonna run the table at 5-5.
You ain't winning shit, but that was a good win though last week.
I mean, we're gonna talk about my win at some point. I put up 291.
Against the worst team, but he didn't have to do that. You could have put up 110 and would have got that win.
Well, yeah. Oh, some crap floating in my water.
I really didn't want to drive today. But at least the weather's good.
Hey, so you're 3 games back. You gotta win out, and you gotta have Cody lose 1 game.
I play Cody another time.
Yeah, so you gotta beat him head to head.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Can't
think I
believe
can
you
do
did.
that.
I think you can too.
Dude, no one's got better running backs than me in this league, so.
I have to differ.
I literally have running back number, what is it, 2, 4, and 5.
You know what? I actually didn't even give you your point against John. So I actually added it. I added it to this week.
It didn't matter. I don't think I needed the point against John anyway.
Well, obviously not. I mean, but I mean, obviously at the time, I'm sure it would have mattered.
No, let's talk about that. How the hell did I win that name contest?
That's a funny name, man. That's a funny name. 50 Shades of Gravy?
I thought Michael had that one.
No. I thought
Absolutely racist relative with Paula Dean on the fucking cover. Come on, that's funny.
I thought Trevor's was funny.
What is Trevor's?
Tracy McGravy.
That's a good one.
Who was stuffing your turkey?
Kolar, I think.
That's a good one too.
That one's good.
No, dude. Aaron's name is like from this like really bad like B movie horror movie where it's like this turkey goes and just goes on a killing spree, like to avenge his fallen brothers.
No one
really terrible
what
horror.
Cody's name was.
I don't know what the hell he. What is
Like
Cody?
General
Like,
Cutler's Greek Freaks in Greek.
is Cody like Jewish or something? Because I don't even know Cody's race.
Indian.
Oh, he's Indian?
Yeah, like Punjabi Nightmare, bro.
No, he's not.
He is
No.
an Indian. His dad is white. His mom is Indian.
I gotta see his mom. I don't believe that.
Okay.
Team name, change theme. Congrats, Chase. You got another point.
Damn right. 50 Shades of Gravy.
Atta boy. Now you're down 12 to 19. Or you're up 20 to 11, sorry.
I was gonna say I should be up.
Yeah.
Le'Veon last night.
Man, hey, great trade by the way, huh?
Damn right.
That trade will prove worthless if you don't make the playoffs. Let's be honest.
Well, good thing I'm gonna make the playoffs.
let's hope so.
My team can play with anybody if I make the playoffs.
Not my team. Not me.
What?
Not my team, bud.
Not your team? Your team not even gonna make the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, if I lose this week, I'm probably done. I gotta beat Trevor.
Your division is so ass.
I don't know what.
You don't have a single winning team in your division.
Huh?
You don't have a single winning team in your division. Everybody's either 500 or worse.
Well, Trevor will probably run the table. He's got an easy schedule.
I have a good schedule for what I'm trying to accomplish. I still play Kovar. I play Cody, and
Then you got Chris this week. You got to beat him because your division record's terrible. You're 1-2.
yeah, but I think all my division games are at the end of the season. So
Yep.
like the rest of them.
Yep.
So I could still manage and become
Yeah, you
be
can still
4-2.
Let me see who you got left. Oh yeah. You could win out. You got Chris, Mejia, Kovar, and Cody. You could definitely take it.
Yeah, play Chris, Cody, and Kovar, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if I win out, I should be in good shape. I think I still need Cody to lose, or I need somebody outside of our division to lose. Like, I think I need, like, Jacob or John to lose.
You're not supposed to be playing Mejia again. I don't know why he's on your schedule again. I gotta change that.
What?
It says here you play Mejia twice. It's not supposed to be like that. Oh, where'd you go, man? Ah, jeez.
You guys still there?
I don't know.
Huh.
Let's get desert or something.
Yeah, probably. I think his thing says muted on here, so maybe he's like, he might have gotten a phone call or something.
What to eat? And my breath somewhere. Oh, I don't want to work tomorrow.
Me either.
Yep. I'll be right back. I don't know where he's at.
Okay. Oh, I'll be here.
All right. Yeah, we're on live, by the way.
Oh, so we lost Chase, I guess. Chase, is that you?
Yeah.
Dude, it's loud as fuck.
What?
I said that it is loud as fuck. I can hear like the road next to you. Are you next to a semi or something?
Let me see. Hold on.
No, it's all right.
Is that better?
I mean, like, yeah, that's better. I can actually hear you this time. Like last time, I could.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm back at saddle. You hear me?
Yeah.
Where'd you go, Chase? You're on a hiatus.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it worse or better?
Any baseball news so far?
What?
I was looking at baseball news. If there's any.
Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen until they figure out what's going on with Otani. With Otani, the Japanese player. I don't think anyone's moving on anybody until they figure out what's going on with that.
Well, Seattle's made a move.
What did they do?
They got Ryan Healy.
Oh, Ryan Healy. Yeah. Well.
Piss me off.
Now he gets to hit 40 home runs against the A's this year.
I don't know much about the guys they got back. Are those guys like any good? Are they prospects or what?
Well, the pitcher we got back is supposed to be decent. He actually put up good numbers. And the other guy we got, he's an infielder. I've never heard of him. He's only a 17-year-old kid. He's supposed to be. He's supposed to stay at short. I mean, he's just a young guy. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, it could be good, could be bad.
But it's just kind of one of those trades. It's like, really, you know? It's like, so we get a relief pitcher, and we get a guy that could potentially help us 7 years down the road. It's like,
Yeah.
Like, man, every year for established big leaguer, that's all you can pull. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know Healy's not like
the
biggest name, but like
but
he needs to get more than that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid hitter. He'll give you 270 with their 5. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, they must just be going like I know that I heard earlier in the season, like after the trade deadline, they're talking about just going like full rebuild. That must just be what they're doing.
Well, for Seattle, that's a good get because that's a huge upgrade from the one that they did have.
Oh yeah, because they're talking about him being like every day at either corner, like between first and third, like to either to spell Seager or to just play first base. He's going to play every day.
Mm-hmm. He's certainly good enough to play every day too. I saw him in the Futures game. He looked great. He's the only one that really shined.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a big bat.
Sucks to have a guy that we finally developed, 25, and he has 5 more years of blood control. They ship him off for maybe relief pitcher, and like I said, a guy that's no one's ever heard of. So it's just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe in 2024 we'll look back and say, "Oh, it was great move by Billy." But
Yeah, I don't know. Is Healy right-handed or left?
he's righty.
I mean, maybe it's just like they figure they can replace a right-handed power bat pretty easy.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, the reason they did it is because they wanted to move Chris Davis to full-time DH, but now we have a vacant spot in left field and in right field. He's going to play Matt Joyce every day, which he's just not a very guy. He's more of a complimentary player.
Yeah.
And then center field, I mean, we got some prospects there, but it just, I don't know, it just sucks, man. Every year we got to deal with this grade like this.
Gotta love Billy.
I mean, what else is there to say? It's like,
I mean, they've been asking him to tread water, basically, though, like trying, like not wanting to go just tear it down and rebuild, but then like you don't really have the roster to compete either. So what are you playing for? 75 wins?
It's his fault though. He's the one that made the roster. He had a championship team not too long ago.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's hard for them to keep a lot of pieces, so it's like they almost have to go the full tear down rebuild route so they can get everyone young at the same time.
But at least what I appreciate from Houston is when they made trades, they got some good talent in return.
Yeah, but I mean they made some clunkers too. Like Ken Giles stunk for a little while. Like Carlos Gomez was bad. They traded away young talent for those guys, and it didn't work out.
Bruce. Well, I mean, when you're so good, I mean, you get away with a trade like that.
They weren't that good. They weren't that good yet at the time, though.
Well, they weren't as good as they are now, but they were still rising teams. And in fairness to them, Ken Giles was really good for Philly at the time.
Oh yeah, I mean I wanted him too, but
yeah, and it's not like they gave up much.
I mean, who's that? Vince Velasquez. Those are one of the top pitching prospects.
Yeah, he's really the only guy they gave up.
I mean, I don't know. I was thinking of. I was thinking of the Rangers. They gave up to get. Who was it they got from Milwaukee? Luque and.
Oh, you talking about Luke Brinson?
Yeah, I was mixing those up for a little bit.
Well,
because they got hosed on that.
Well, in fairness to them, at the time, Lucroy was the best hitter available.
Yeah, best hitting catcher, but yeah.
But Lewis Brinson could be, one of the better outfielders in the NL Central now.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of the better outfielders of the next decade. That dude's legit.
I don't think anyone knocks John Daniels with that trade. I think it was a good get at the time.
It made the Rangers better for a season.
Yeah, it made them better, and then I mean, how could you predict he would just be absolutely terrible for you? And that Robinson Chirinos would outplay him. I mean, who could predict that? No one would say that.
That's true.
So it's just at least John Daniels makes the right move at the right time.
Yeah, there's something to be said for going for it, even if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean,
were you watching the case study last night, Michael?
I watched part of it because Jacoby live streamed it.
Me and Davis won that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we cut Eli Manning.
Well, that's a rough move. Anyone who didn't say that, I think, should have automatically lost.
Well, we were the only people that did say it.
Well, then process of elimination.
I only saw
Paul's group.
I got to meet with the Marine recruiter today.
Going to the Marines?
I don't know. It's kind of just a cop out since I haven't lived a fulfilled life. Like kind of a way of saying, oh, I did some of my life, you know.
I mean, probably more fulfilled than I am right now. You played college ball.
Yeah, but you certainly could have. You probably still can. Well, no, you can't because you don't have any more years left, huh?
Well, no, and also not anywhere close to the ability necessary.
Oh, come on.
No, dude, I'm serious. I stopped playing baseball because I ran my fastball up there. When I brought the heat, it was 65.
You were only a pitcher?
I pitched and then I played I was like a middle infielder, but like not like the good middle infielder. I was like a second base middle infielder. So
You certainly could have played a lost year with us, Cody and I. As for Grambling, I don't know, but definitely lost year.
No, man, I didn't even play in high school. Part of it, hey, I realized after a while though that I was blind, and that's part of why I wasn't good at hitting anymore. I needed glasses.
You really?
Like all of a sudden, I stopped being able to hit. I'm like, I can't see the ball. I don't know. Maybe I'm just running too fast. Dude, I go to the doctor. They're like, yeah, dude, you're blind.
What's going on? The ball just.
It was funny because it was the year that I moved up to like the upper division where the guys, some of the guys are throwing in the 70s and stuff. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just not that good. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I would have gone pro or anything. Like, I was still probably trash, but like being blind doesn't help when you're just like swinging the bat out there and just hoping you touch something.
No, I actually played with a guy. He had one eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One eye?
One eye.
Dude, that's.
I played with a guy with one arm.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no,
I swear to God.
Wow, that's impressive. One arm.
Pitcher. He's pretty.
Yeah, that's one of the most gangster things you can do. Just play baseball with one arm.
So where was his glove? I mean, did he not wear one?
They put it on the stump, dude.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, he just sticks it right on there, huh?
Well, because as a pitcher, like you have no business fielding anything anyway. Like if you can't barehand it, don't touch it.
Don't tell Greg Mattis that.
Okay, but like how many times do you see a pitcher try to go field something and it takes a deflection off their glove and in the middle and it fucks up the second baseman? Like
yeah, it screws up the
don't
double
touch
play.
it. Just don't touch it.
True. Yeah, that's true. Oh.
All right, you guys want to start this or what?
Oh, sure. Well, we've been live now for about an hour, so I mean, you guys could just.
Dude, are we really?
Yeah. You can just jump.
This is gonna be the most garbage. Dude, I can't edit this. I have no computer.
I'll just throw it on like this. Honestly, who cares? I don't even know how to edit.
Oh my god, everyone's gonna be like, no, don't do it anymore.
I mean, right now we have 0 viewers anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah.
I think we lost Chase again too. So. Oh, there he is. I'm back. Chase. Hey, make sure you disappear and come back like 4 times every episode, huh?
Oh, it's fine. We've been going live this whole time, so.
How do you know?
It says on the top right screen.
On your screen. I didn't think I could sneak that one by you guys.
I saw it say that, but I'm like, no way. Like, why would we be streaming this? This is garbage.
This is gold. Gold.
The whole thing needs to go up.
Behind the scenes.
Talking about one-armed pitchers and the A's fucking up. Billy Bean.
One-armed Billy Bean in the gang. You guys talking your Kia. Black Friday. The whole 9 yards, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, well, DA, you're going to have to provide a lot of the stats here because I am now driving.
I don't think either of you guys are online, I mean, besides myself. All right, well, let's do it. You can still host the show if you'd like.
All right. To introduce it at this point?
I don't think
We've been going for an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, if you're still here, to the week, 11 of the DAESPN podcast. I'm joined, as always, by Chase and David.
Yeah, week 11. Hey, what's up?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, well, we're on live the whole time, so, I mean, hi.
We got the extended cut going on behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, you know.
All right, so let's go ahead and,
Yeah, I mean, feel free to chime in. We don't need any white noise here.
Yeah, well, since we're,
the dog real quick.
Yeah, we're doing the short and sweet podcast this week. Go ahead and jump right into the recap of week 10. Yeah, if you got the scores there, because I'm currently behind the wheel of a motor vehicle.
I mean, I texted you. I think I call you. Just saying. Moving on. Week 10. Our week 10 game of the week was what was it? Oh, it was Darren at Mock. Probably shouldn't have been. I overrated Mock, I guess. Darren takes care of him 141-83. Darren is now 8-2. He's won 7 in a row. Unreal. Nobody saw that coming, let's be honest. John
just caught and passed me for the division there.
I know. You guys play one more time.
Yeah, that'll decide it.
What a great setup by schedule, by the way. Whoever set that up.
Yeah.
Making all these challenging matchups towards the end of the year. And then second game is Chase over John Mullet. What a game for Chase. He keeps his playoff hopes alive. He was 4-1. Lost 4 in a row, 4-5. Gets a huge win here. He's pretty much got to run the table the rest of the way. He takes that one 221-183. Robert Woods solely got him that win. Cody takes care of Kovar 161-116. Kovar continues to slide. He was 5-1 as well. He's lost 4 in a row. Cody continues to win, and he's up by 3 games in his division, respectively. So good for him. He continues to roll, and he wins today. Wins this week, and he gets a Chase loss and a Kovar loss. He will have clinched the division. What is next? Next game is Atherton. He pretty much manhandles Mejia 291-96. This was all to be expected. Goff puts up 46 in a win. Atherton was minus 65.5. He certainly covered that. He won by basically 140 points. So,
big.
Big. Mejia probably won't win the rest of the year. So he certainly in the right direction, though. He got some decent picks out of this wash of a year. Next game is Bauer over Jacob. Bauer had a big game from Cam Newton on Monday night. It's a good comeback over Jacob. Pretty much puts Jacob into the category of the wild card race. As Bauer or John Mullet looks like they could probably take the division. Jacob's 2 games behind Bauer now with 4 weeks left. I don't know if Jacob has enough, but we'll see. He needs to pretty much win out, and he's basically competing against Darren, yourself, Mike, Chase, and John Mullet for that second wild card seat. So it'll be tough for him to sneak in. We'll see what he can pull out. Next game is Trevor over Jazz. Trevor gets a nice win. He finally gets to 500. First time this year he hasn't had a losing percentage. So good for him. He wins that one 181-139. Good win for him. He has the easiest schedule going forward here on out. So if he could run the table and get to 9-5.
Yeah, he might actually make that look respectable in that division there.
You might be the only one over 500 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yep. Chris takes care of myself, David Allen, 155-113. Nobody showed up for me, even with an improved roster. Case Keenum, T.J. Beathard decided to have the game of their lives, and it happened to be the week that he was playing me. So that's a tough loss. Chris is now beating myself 5 straight times. And last game is not even worth mentioning, but we have to. League protocol. Larry over Stout, 131, 111. Stout falls to 109. Larry gets his third win of the year at 3-7. So that's it for week 10. Your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good games, a lot of lopsided games, though. The playoff picture, like you mentioned, is starting to take shape a little bit. A few teams are out of it: Jazz, Aaron, Stout. Then a couple other teams could have their futures shaped pretty much this coming weekend. Larry could get eliminated with either a Larry loss or a who is the last wild card? It's whoever's 7-3. If they win or Larry loses, then Larry is eliminated, and then DA, if you lose or the team that's 7-3 wins, then you are limited to having to win your division. So some very pivotal games this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that was the route. I mean, Larry's eliminated, not mathematically, but he will be.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a win by John or you or Darren, anyone really.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, myself, I had to win a division to begin with. Anyone in our division had to.
Yeah.
And but it's going to be a tight race for the wild card because obviously the top 2 teams get by, but that wild card is going to be huge because basically if you win your division, you're probably going to get the bye. It's either going to be you or Darren because you or Darren will be the number 1 seed.
Yeah, it's really likely, being 8-2. Probably the winner of that division of our division is going to end up still with those 2 losses. So that's probably going to be enough to carry that first round bye. Having to play that extra game is just not where you want to be. Just because as we've seen in the past 2 weeks, really anything can happen. You just don't want to have to, hang yourself out there for an extra round of the playoffs and possibly get upset.
Yeah. But it's not looking good for Darren so far. He's down 62-0 to Jazz, so that'll be huge for you at least.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm hoping she can get that upset, but I mean, it's not likely. We saw their game a couple weeks ago. The schedule kind of fell for him where he gets to play her twice, down the stretch in the last 5 weeks of the season. We all play the same number of times, so it's I got to get those wins earlier in the season, but just having him fall later in the season just really helps him towards the end. And like you said, I think I play him week 14, so that should be the pivotal matchup in that division.
Yeah, basically that's a big game of the year, certainly. And then Bauer and John will play again, and then Cody and Chase will play again, and then Mock and Trevor will play again. So those are pretty much the big 4 games down the stretch. And I believe all of those games I mentioned are either week 13. It'll be fun last couple of weeks, but we're only in week 11, and go ahead and run through the games. I think we lost Chase for the 10th time during this broadcast.
Yeah, Chase is somewhere out in the desert right now, driving, so we can't really count on his service.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and start without him. The first game is going to be probably the worst game of the week. 1-9 Stout at 6-4 Jacob. Again, we're broadcasting on Friday, so some of these scores again are already in progress. Jacob is up 46-3 thanks to, I don't know if anyone watched the Thursday night game, but basically Pittsburgh demolished Tennessee. Jacob has Ben Rossberg. He put up 43, so he's up 46-3 against Stout. Stout only had 3 by Derrick Henry. Who do you got there?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick Jacob in that one. The hot start obviously helps, but he just has a better team anyway.
Yeah, I don't see Stout winning it being the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, by design, like we talked about, sellers at the deadline. But, yeah, I think Jacob should win that pretty squarely.
Yep. Good say. Go him as well. I'm sure Chase, even without his presence, would have done the same. Our next game is 5-5 Kovar at 3-7 Larry. This is a big game for Kovar. If Kovar doesn't win this, I think he's done. He can't go 5-6. Larry, he should be able to take care of Larry though. theory.
Yeah, in theory.
We'll see.
Yeah, like I said, if he goes to 5 and 6, it's pretty much done for him because he's, at least two back still of the wild card, possibly 3 back with 3 to play. That's really insurmountable. Being in that division with Cody doesn't do him any favors. I'm going to pick Kovar in that one. He should get it done, but again, just really must win for him.
Yeah, he's up 13-8 right now. Jesse James put up 13 for him. That's a good get. Ryan Suckup only put up 5 for Larry, so it's off to a good start. If Kovar puts up 120, he'll be fine. Our next game is another terrible game, but worth mentioning, actually. John Mullen needs his win. 7-3 John at 2-8 Mejia. It's a division game. Mejia probably go 0-6 in this division unless he can pull this one out.
Yeah, I don't really see that happening. John obviously has a team that's strong, competing for the playoffs. Mejia was a seller. John needs to win, and will probably get the win.
Yeah, we all had John probably going undefeated, and now he's lost 3 games now. He doesn't have the best record, so it's a surprise for anyone, but hell of a surprise if he didn't pull this one out, but he will. I got John going 8-3.
Yeah.
All right, next game is classic rival game, classic division game, and it's a must-win game for both teams. It's myself, 3-7, David Allen at 5-5, Trevor. What do you got here?
I think, again, I don't have the exact matchup in front of me here, but I think I really like your team, and you've just kind of underperformed most of the year. Even being 3-7, I feel like your team is constructed to be better than that. I think I am going to pick you in this matchup and to keep your hopes alive here for the division.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I mean, that's all I have right now is a false glimpse of hope. I mean, it's been it's certainly, like you said, set up for success. It just hasn't been put together really all year. This year has been rough, and when Rashard Matthews puts up 30 points, he hasn't even been close to that all year. So it's like, that's what I'm going up against,
Oh, well, you didn't tell me about that. Yeah, that changes everything.
Yeah, I mean, he's well, I wanted you to pick me regardless. Well, anyway, Trevor's up 33-1. Kevin Byard has like 7 picks on the year. He pretty much doesn't do anything against Pittsburgh. He gets 2 tackles. I get a good point at least. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to always pick myself every year because I'm 3-7 doing that. I just want to get to the point where I don't want to pick. I don't want to pick against myself, but I certainly don't want to pick. So I think I'm gonna stay neutral here.
I think that we don't know yet if Philip Rivers is going to play, right? Last I heard, he was still in the concussion protocol.
He's in concussion protocol, but he's played like 150 straight games. I
mean, last I heard, he wasn't yet cleared. He practiced, but he might not be cleared yet.
I mean, yeah, if he doesn't play, Kellen Clemens will step in, and Trevor did leave Marcus Mariota on the bench and he's put up 26. So, and obviously, there's certainly hope, but I just need big performance from Fitzpatrick. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still pick you because that's what I said first. Obviously, being down by that pretty big score from Thursday night doesn't help you, but I mean, I think you have some talent on your team there that should do pretty well.
Yeah, and I was looking at it. Trevor's won the last 3 out of 4 meetings. It's been like this for a while now. I own some guys in the league. Some guys in the league own me in this league. That's how it's been lately. Been really consistent. Our next game is I don't know if we covered this one. Darren at 2-8 Jazz. Did we cover that one yet?
We briefly talked about it. You said Jazz is off to a pretty good start in that one.
Oh, okay, we did cover it. Yeah, we both picked Darren. That. There we go. 5-5 Locke at 8-2 Bauer. Locke, he really needs to stay alive and at least keep pace with the server. But he's certainly got to face an uphill battle in order to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Bauer still has too much, and that team scores in the high 180s, 190s, or 200s every week.
Yeah, even on a bad week.
Yeah, he just has too much firepower.
Yeah, he's good all year.
So I'm gonna pick Bauer in that one.
Yeah, I don't see Locke pulling this one out. I see Locke going to 5-6. Bauer should go 9-2 there. And 5-5 Chase at 4-6 Chris. This is a big game for both teams. Chris is pretty much done if he loses, and Chase needs to run the table in order just to kind of stay alive in the hunt. And so far he's up 20-11. Le'Veon Bell puts a 19. Puts an 8 for Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take myself here.
There you are.
Came back just in time to pick himself.
Man, you were here the whole time. You finally say something.
No, I just got back right now. I just heard you say
Oh. Well, what are the odds of that? Yeah. Good to see you, sweetheart. All right, what do you got?
Taking myself. Come on now.
Yeah.
I need to win. I need to win out. I think my team's a little stronger too.
Doesn't mean
unless Case Keenum decides to go off.
Well, you did last week.
Yeah.
It's a different animal when you play in the Rams, I think. So.
I don't know. Rams' defense ain't that great.
I have the best running backs in the league, so I think they're going to carry me this week. Le'Veon already started the party with 20.
How is Melvin Gordon better than Leonard Fournette? Explain that to me.
Explain that to you?
Yeah.
Wait, he's the best tandem.
Okay, maybe.
Well, three quarterback or 3 running backs. He has Hunt too.
I have Hunt, Gordon,
Bell,
and
and
Le'Veon Bell.
Okay, you have the best tandem, sure, but you don't have the best.
That should be illegal.
All right.
Yeah.
How did we let that happen?
Well, I mean, he traded for Bell.
Well, I know. Yeah, that was a good move.
I mean, he's only 5-5 doing that, so I mean, it's not like it's been great.
No, this is actually the first week Le'Veon's been able to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have all your guys coming back together for the first time really since you made that trade. So
very infamous trade that somehow got approved by the league.
It's a first-round pick. I mean, for one of the best running backs. I don't know.
I know, but if you look at our podcast earlier in the year, I was saying, like, I guarantee you, this is me verbatim. I said, I guarantee you, someone would trade a first rounder for a player this year. And Chase was like,
well, I wasn't the first
rounder. No, that's too loud. I mean, guess who's been doing it? Chase. That was so ironic and hilarious, man. It was funny.
Yeah.
In complete fairness, I was not the first one to trade a player for a first rounder this year.
Yeah. I mean, it was Deshaun Watson to Chris to going back to Larry was the first rounder for next year. But yeah, I mean, it's just funny how you said it was so ridiculous yet you were the guy to do it.
Well, I had to make some type of move.
Oh, I mean,
to have a chance this year.
Absolutely. You had to make a move like that. I mean,
yeah, you're pretty much dead if you didn't do something like that.
You were dead if you don't do something like that. I mean,
yeah, and my team's already in a position where I'm not going to get a crazy draft pick anyway. So honestly, first rounder, yeah, it hurts, but Larry better take 3 quarterbacks if he's got all these picks.
Yeah, exactly. But what's been better. A great move for you, also kind of under the radar move was getting Devontae Adams from Atherton. That's proven to be pretty good.
I lost 3rd rounder in that one too, so I really don't have any picks next year.
Well, you'll be off to a slow start, but if you draft well, it won't matter.
Hey, I'm willing to give up MLB picks for anything.
Gotta get rid of 12 of them.
Well, to me, what this league has proved is you can get away with a bad draft, and if you pick up the right guys and make the right moves, you can still have a pretty good year.
It's fantasy football. I mean,
fantasy football, yeah. I mean, Stout in the beginning of the year, he got like a B- draft grade, and then he has 1 win all year, I mean, he had David Johnson out.
Those draft grades were suspect.
Sure, but I mean, in hindsight, they look pretty accurate at if looking back now.
If I'm not mistaken, I think John got an F draft grade.
No, he got an A.
Really?
Yeah, I could show you right now if you want.
Collusion.
I'm just not going to talk anymore because I'll get accused of collusion.
Hey, that's what we have to rename this podcast, the Collusion Podcast.
Collusion. Whatever gets more viewers, right?
Yeah, right.
Always.
Mike's always down for the viewers.
It's always for the viewers.
I mean, that's what everyone else does. They do what they got to do for the ratings. I mean, that's CNN and Fox.
That's the NFL, man. Sky King.
That's the NFL, yeah. I mean, Roger Goodell will be a sellout just to get his $50 million a year.
Hey, right? How do you get that job to like totally mess up America's favorite sport?
And then you demand $50 million a year, a private jet, and pretty much life insurance and health insurance for the rest of your living existence. It's like, come on, man.
Hey, question. Did you guys like the Skycam last night?
I didn't see it.
I don't know what that is.
It's like playing Madden.
Oh, it's stupid. I hate it. I don't know why they do that.
They did it for like 60% of the game last night.
Yeah, and it's always NBC, and they act like it's better. It's like, dude, I'm not playing a video game here. Just show me the damn game. Like, I already got to listen to Chris Collinsworth, and now you're going to show me a game that I don't even get to see right? It's like, come on, man.
Still better than Rex Ryan.
He's only had 1 week, man. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that was a week 2 argument. We're going to bring that up now?
Yeah,
2 months ago.
We do.
No, we're not.
You're trying to tell me that Chris Collinsworth is worse than Rex Ryan.
I think a lot of people can say Chris Collinsworth is one of the worst voices in NFL sports right now. I would love to hear Charles Davis every week.
Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
That's a great
commentators.
That's a great team, yeah.
Brandon Gotton doesn't even call NFL games.
No, but he's good.
Yeah, and he does Georgia Tech.
Yeah, he's been great at that. Some of those guys in the NCAA should move to NFL.
All right, what game are we on next?
Oh, last game. Won the last game. 8-2, game of the week. Uh-oh, Atherton's back. 8-2 Atherton at 8-2 Cody. Big game. However, Atherton is favored minus 15.5. No one has played yet for either of these teams on a Friday afternoon. Atherton's favored by 15 aforementionedly, and he's projected to score 193 to Cody's 180. Who do you guys got here?
I'm pulling for Michael. I really need him to win.
Obviously, you need that, yeah.
But I do think that Michael's probably got a little bit better matchups. I don't know. I mean, you guys, quarterback's going against quarterback. Ingram, New Orleans running backs have been going off lately. I like Larry against Houston. Mike's got some good matchups.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Mike here as well. I mean, I don't see Jamison Crowder doing anything for Cody. I would rather have Cooper Kupp in there. I think Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins will play well. I think Washington and New Orleans game will be a shootout. That'll be a fun game this upcoming Sunday. And I just think Atherton has too much. I'm going to go Atherton here. It's a huge game for both teams, though. If Cody wins this, he's pretty much
Yeah, but isn't Cody undefeated in Game of the Weeks? Why did you give him the Game of the Week?
Well, it's the best matchup of the week. They're both 8-2. If you look at the schedule, you weren't here, but there's really no other game even worthy of mentioning as game of the week.
Not only that, Cody's home team, and he gets Game of the Week. Holy disadvantage.
Certainly, yeah, he certainly has the upper hand, that's for sure. But I mean, basically, with the Cody win and a Chase loss, you'll be eliminated. With a Cody win and a Kovar loss, he'll be eliminated. So this is pretty much if you guys win and Cody wins, that's your best chance of staying alive. If Cody loses and you guys win, that's very detrimental to him and a huge boost for both of you two.
Yeah, I really need a win to this week, and I would like Cody to lose at least one more other than the one that I'm going to hand him in a couple weeks.
Yep, and if you can do that, you will have a tiebreaker because Cody, pretty much you need to win those 3 division games we mentioned, and then you'll probably win the game against Mejia, although that has to be changed. There's something wrong with the schedule there. I apologize for that, but I'm sure you'll play someone just as bad though. I gotta change it though. But yeah.
We got Mike.
Mike's gone.
Oh, where'd Mike go?
He's been gone. I'm the only one that's been on this broadcast the entire time we've been doing it. We've been on this for about 11:30. But I'm looking at your division here, and you're down 3 games, and you're in 3rd place because Kovar has a better record. Your division record is 1-2. Kovar's 3-1, and Cody's 2-2. So if you could go 4-2 in your division, you're gonna win your division. And now it sounds like everyone is gone. And the final survivor is myself. I'm not really surprised though. These guys always come and go. But anyway, that's gonna do it for week 11. Thanks for tuning in. About 2 hours now, even though it's only supposed to be a 30-minute segment. So 30-minute segment usually usually takes about 2 hours. That's why we haven't had a broadcast in a few weeks. We apologize for that, but lack of viewers hasn't really kept us motivated. Let's be honest. So that's where we're at. Now it says Chase is still on the broadcast, but he's really not. He's nowhere to be seen right now. And those of you that are wondering why I'm still on the broadcast, I'm actually off today, so don't claim that I have nothing better to do. I will get my day started and do other things. Don't worry about me. We're going to stay on for another 5 minutes or so, see if these guys can catch on. So in the meantime, I did want to bring up all these interesting trades on deadline day. Although it was 16 days ago, we still haven't had a broadcast even mentioning deadline day in DANFL, but I think it's about time somebody covered it. So I'll go ahead and let you guys know what I've personally thought of each move. We'll start from the first move of the day. Atherton got Mark Ingram from Stout in exchange for Orleans Darkwa in a 2018 6th-rounder and 11th-rounder. Now, in the end, Stout will probably win this deal. Depends on who he drafts in the 6th and 11th round, respectively. Orleans Darkwa has been okay for Stout. In those 2-week span, Mark Ingram has been tremendous for Atherton. So, for the stretch run, Atherton certainly made the right move. He certainly got the running back upgrade that he needed. But to me, he did give up a little too much. Those picks are pretty high. I think the 6th alone would have been okay. Or maybe a pick in the middle, like a dark one, like an 8, I think is about the right move. I'm sure most of you guys would agree with that. And but Stout, obviously a surplus of picks is it's a good gift for Stout. So I mean, for him being so bad, for him having some talent that guys actually want, is a good move for him. I mean, maybe he could have just not got a running back at all and just got a higher pick. I think that would have been a better move for Stout at this point. But, Stout still probably wants to stay competitive. So, pretty good get by Stout. I'm going to have to go with Stout on that one. I think he won that trade. But I think Atherton, for the time being, that trade's looking pretty good so far. The second move of the day was Atherton added a wide receiver by the name of Julio Jones. He traded away Taylor Gabriel and the 7th and 14th round pick for next season. So Atherton basically unloaded a lot of picks. He loaded 4 picks and 2 moves. Mejia finally decided to sell, although it was the last day of the year. He had pretty much all year to do this. He probably would have got more value if he didn't wait too long, because obviously there's more weeks available in the season, and guys would probably be more interested in that. But it's still a pretty good get. Julio Jones hasn't been great. He hasn't been the second-round pick, top 5 pick that he's supposed to be. He's been solid. I think you could blame the Atlanta Falcons in a whole as to why they haven't been very good, at least from a fantasy perspective. But I think Mejia did okay. 7th round pick. I think we've proven you could get some decent guys, but 14th might be a little too low. But we'll see if Mejia might have a plan. It's not a bad get for a guy that isn't even competing. Excuse me 1 second. David Allen.
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
Hey, this job's taking forever. The guy just got here. It's a lot. It's a big building. I'm going to be late.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know all the direct TV items, they say it on them.
Yeah.
You know that box I put in the garage?
I'll find it.
Well, if you box all that shit up, man, I'll give you some money. I got to get that out of my hair. They're affecting my credit.
Yeah, well, let's get that to them, and I'll take care of that.
Thank you, buddy.
I gotta meet with the Marine recruiter right now.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
It's not a good luck. It's just if I want to do it or not.
There you are.
It's not like they're gonna deny me. I'll probably just do reserves if anything. I'm not gonna commit full time there.
Yeah, as long as you get to your status you want.
Well, I don't want it to affect my career, as what I want to do. I want to, but because even my career might be mad if I'm leaving once a month for 5 years. So it's.
Well, they never found reserve. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's an okay reason for a job to say, okay, you got to leave once a month, and then 2 weeks out of the summer.
Yeah,
that's fine.
2 weeks summer. There it is.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, so I'll see you in a bit. I gotta go to DMV first thing.
Yeah, very cool. And then you always get your benefits too.
Well,
you can buy all that.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.
All right, have good luck, man.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Basically, I don't even know where it was at. Where was I at? Oh, Mejia and Atherton. Yeah. So I think Atherton didn't really give up much. Like I said, 7 can be a decent get, but I don't think. Taylor Gabriel is pretty much useless. Let's be honest, and 14 can be useless in this league. So pretty good get by Atherton. Someone's blowing me up here. I'll respond to it later. All right, third trade of the day was it was a big one. David Allen got Phillip Rivers from Atherton. So Atherton was involved in the first 3 deals of the day, and Atherton was able to get a 7th rounder. So he ended up getting that 7th back. So he gets David Allen's 7th, which could probably prove to be a better 7th than the one he had. It just depends on the draft order for obvious reasons. And Phil Rivers is pretty much expendable, due to the emergence of Goff, and Kirk Cousins is obviously a better fantasy play. So it would have been nice to have that insurance, but Atherton wanted some value, and he got some decent value. He got a 7th rounder out of him. We'll see what he ends up getting in the 7th round. You can get some pretty good talent in the 7th round. So at the time, David made a good move. Kroger was certainly an upgrade over Blake Bortles and Jay Cutler. So it seemed like a good move. I think got a 7th rounder. We'll see who he picks. So obviously, we don't know who won this trade, but I think it's a win-win for both teams. Next trade was David was involved again. He got Carlos Hyde and a 10th round pick for next season, and he gave up Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo was obviously involved in that big trade from New England to San Francisco, and he is pretty much going to be – he's the impending starter right now. C.J. Beathard is the man there, and it's still hasn't been we certainly don't know if Garoppolo's even going to play this year. It looks like Beathard has done enough to finish out the year. Jim Garoppolo's in a brand new system with unfamiliarity, and someone's blowing me up still. Apologize for that. Damn guy, get the hell away from me. I think Larry makes this move solely because he's a Niners fan and he didn't have a quarterback. Sean Watson, he gave him up a day before that, but we're solely speaking on deadline day. We can mention, the last couple of days leading up to deadline day, but I don't think Larry makes this move unless if Jimmy Garoppolo is traded anywhere else. So everyone was under the impression that Jimmy Garoppolo would start the same week that he was traded. So at the time it seemed like it was a good get for Larry, but now it seems like with Jimmy he won't play at all. So, but he'll certainly be a factor next year, and I'm certainly certain he'll be a hot commodity. It'll be a fun fantasy player to have, especially for a Niners fan. Jimmy Garoppolo does look legit. He had some great numbers in limited action against Miami, and I don't remember, but he did play well when he did play. Played good enough. So Niners are a different team though, so we'll see how he does. As for David, he got Hyde, who he flips, but we'll mention that later. And then he got 10th rounder out of that, so pretty good get for David. I think David wins this trade rather easily, and it was so bad for Larry that even Cody Mola, although he was the only one that that even thought of vetoing it, he did. So, but unfortunately, you need more votes than that, and no one was able to push it through to not pass. But it passed, and David got some really good value out of a guy that probably won't even play this year. So, good move by him. Next trade was Chase and Larry were involved. Larry got a 1st rounder from Chase for Le'Veon Bell, and Chase had to make a move. We all know that. He was 5-1. He lost 4 in a row. I'm sorry, he was 4-1. He lost 4 in a row. So he was 4-5, and he was just desperate to stay alive. He decided to go into the buy now, the all-in route. And although this was his only upgrade on deadline day, it proved to be a pretty good upgrade. Le'Veon Bell is sure thing of 15 to plus every week, which Chase wasn't getting. So I think I really like this move, but he gave up a lot. He gave up his 1st rounder, and Larry has proven to have terrible drafts in the past, including this year. So it might be okay for Chase to lose that pick. Now, Chase is going to be behind the 8 ball starting next year, that's for sure. But he could certainly, he could make an off-season trade to get a pick to get back in the 1st round. We've seen that happen before. in years past. So I mean, it's possible. I think he gave up a lot, but I think it was the right move for Chase. But it just depends on who Larry picks. I mean, solely alone, getting a first round for anybody is always a win-win move. So, but honestly, this is a win-win trade. At the time, I didn't like the trade, but it was so bad that Chase got an F grade. And you know, if Chase makes the playoffs, this will be a great move. If he doesn't, it's a bad move. So he's taking a risk, but it's a risk we're taking in fantasy. You know, because the top prize is $160, so or something like that. I don't know, but like 120, right? And then a second is 20, and then the third place gets his money back. Yeah, so you know, I think it's worth it to give your first rounder to get to get your bills paid. So pretty good move at the time. No, it wasn't, but you know, in hindsight, Chase did make a good move to get the right guy. All right, a few more trades here to cover. Atherton gets Michael Thomas. Jazz gets a fourth rounder. Michael Thomas is probably the number one in New Orleans, but I mean, you could really own anybody in New Orleans that plays a wideout position, and they could have some type of value. So Jazz was pretty much buried since week 1. I mean, she just didn't have a good team, didn't have a quarterback for about 8 weeks. She was 0-6, I think, to start the year, or 0-7. I don't know on the top of my head, but she makes a good move. She finally gets in sell mode, and I don't know if she had help from her boyfriend Darren, but you know, I mean, we're not opposed to that. This is about an even trade. I think Atherton probably could have sold his fourth for a better player, or Jazz. But Jazz did a great job getting the fourth rounder for Michael Thomas, that's for sure. But Michael Thomas has done pretty well for Atherton so far. So again, a good move by both teams. Strong get stronger, and sellers keep selling. So appropriate move for both teams at the juncture of where they're at. Next move included Bauer and David, and this was probably the 6th or 7th move by these guys in their first season together. So they've been the biggest trade partners out of everyone else in the league. Atherton trades a lot. Bauer trades a lot. Chase trades a lot. Myself trades a lot. And Bauer and David, they've matched about 7 times now. And Bauer clearly has been the beneficiary because he's been 8-2. Myself, I'm at 3-7. So, but this one, we'll go through it. Michael Crabtree goes to Bauer, and going back to me was Mohamed Sanu in a 4th round pick. Now, Mohamed Sanu has actually scored more points than Crabtree, and again, the 4th round pick out of that as well. It seems like a pretty good get, but Bauer might have some big performances from Crabtree when it matters, because he's gotten some good big weeks from my former players pretty much all year. You know, McCoy has been his biggest beneficiary of the guy that I've traded to him. You know, this is the same type of move as the previous one. You know, Bauer's looking to add. David's just looking for value, and he got pretty good value here. So I think David will ultimately end up winning this trade, but I think Bauer does make the right move. Next one involves David again. He gets a 12th rounder in the year 2019 from Jazz for Jeremy Hill. And at the time, Jazz just wanted a serviceable running back. You know, Joe Mixon wasn't playing great. You know, Jeremy Hill was the second guy out of Cincinnati, but unfortunately, Jeremy Hill went down. I don't know if he's on the IR, but he's out. And David was able to get some type of value out of this. David traded for Jeremy Hill early in the year, and he was involved in that big trade with Mock, where Mike Evans went to Mock, and Marshawn Lynch went back to David. That was Marshawn, Joe Mixon, and Jeremy Hill, and a pick. But this was a pretty good move for Jazz at the time. I mean, she didn't have a running back. So she was just looking for depth. David was able to get anything out of her, so pretty good move by him. And it should prove to be a decent move. I mean, we'll see. That's 2 years from now, so we'll see. We'll see who we get. And yes, I do keep track of all these trades. So you guys can trade a pick in 2020, and you'll still get that pick. So we won't go back too far, but maybe 3-4 years in advance, I think is okay, but not further than 4 or 5. No more trades to go. If you guys are still listening, or maybe I'm just boasting. This is a desperate attempt at just being back on the year, I guess. Trevor and David, probably the biggest move of deadline day in terms of quantity. I mean, let me count. This is a 5-player deal. This trade involved those players. It was a six item trade. So we'll go through the details right now. Trevor received obviously the 2 best players in the deal. You got Carlos Hyde and Joe Mixon. So Dave was able to flip Carlos Hyde. Along with that, he got that 10th rounder. And then he flipped Carlos Hyde, once he traded away Jimmy Garoppolo, and he was able to get back Jordan Howard, Mitchell Trubisky, Mike Gillislee, and a 10th round pick for next year's draft. So, I mean, David was giving up a lot. This is a pretty good trade for David. He, he was able to get some pretty good running backs, but then he flipped them to Trevor. And this could be a great move for Trevor. I mean, Carlos Hyde has been nothing but great for Trevor since this trade occurred. Joe Mixon has even been pretty decent. So, yeah, I think Trevor won this trade. Unless Jordan Howard, plays better. He hasn't done much for David. Mitch Trubisky probably won't even touch David's starting lineup. And Mike Gillislee he's an active scratch right now. I mean, he's an inactive. He's a healthy scratch. Sorry, he's been inactive even though he's healthy. So he's pretty much probably useless. So the 10th round pick could be useful. So in the end, I mean, Trevor will probably end up winning this trade. We'll see who David gets in that 10th round. David could find some value out of this trade if he plays Trubisky, but that might not happen. David has better quarterbacks than him, and Jordan Howard is probably an everyday, every week guy for anyone's lineup, but he's been struggling as of late. So I think Trevor, and at the end of the day, even at the time of this trade, I didn't want to do it, but I did want some more picks. So I think Trevor didn't give up too much. So I think it's a good move by him. I'm gonna have to go Trevor winning this one. And then Trevor's involved in another trade with the same counterpart, David. David then flips Phillip Rivers to Trevor for a 2nd round pick for next year's draft. So if these 2 guys were involved in the previous trade, now that this trade would obviously lean heavily on David. This trade still leans heavily on David, even if Trevor doesn't play. Even if Phillip Rivers does play for Trevor, so it's a great move. Dave was able to move up 5 rounds. I'm sure Atherton was pretty upset. Much to the point where we're in the act of colluding, as that was a claim. But just a great move by him. David gets great value here. So good move, and there's not much else to mention for that. Atherton gets a 9th round pick for Rashard Matthews. So Atherton continues to kind of be in that same boat as David. They're not really buyers or sellers, but they're willing to make improvements on their team, not only this year but beyond. So Atherton did a good job getting a decent pick, top 10 pick. Rashard Matthews hasn't been great. Tennessee overall hasn't been great, but pretty good move by Atherton. So I think he took care of the Trevor there. And then David was able to get Chris Thompson from Jazz, Jazz received Jalen Richard, Raiders second string, and she got a 12th round pick for next year. So pretty good get by Jazz. She sold some players. Then she sold 2 players, Mike Thomas and Chris Thompson, who had pretty good value. She still had, like a Tony Brown or someone who she probably should have gave up. She probably could have first rounder out of him, quite frankly. But David gets a decent running back. Maybe that's just insurance if Jordan Howard doesn't play well, or just another good little depth piece. And to me, he was an upgrade over Richard. And I was willing to give the 12th rounder out of that. So pretty good overall move by both teams. Jazz probably win this in the end. Chris Thompson isn't great, but he's a solid player. He really depends on his pass catching ability. So, if he gets his touches, he should be a good find for David. And last trade of the day, I know it's a long broadcast, but last trade of that night was Trevor got Marcus Mariota from Mejia for a 6th rounder. Now, Mariota, I don't even think has played for Trevor. So it's clearly a good move for Mejia. Mejia probably could have got a higher, maybe a 5th, maybe even in the top 5, but Mejia's not playing for anything. So for him to get anything is always a good move. Mejia, he only coughed up $10, and he probably get, obviously we're gonna raise how much we pay. It'll probably be around 20 to 25 for 2018. And that 6th round pick could prove to be pivotal for him. So that's for sure. So I think it's a good move by Mejia. I don't think Trevor had to trade for 2 quarterbacks. He already had Phillip Rivers. I think it's just an unnecessary move for him. So Trevor will probably be looking up to teams next year, but because he already had Russell Wilson and Carson Palmer on the roster. He did lose Palmer, but he got Drew Stanton, and Stan has been okay. So I just think it was an unnecessary move for Trevor. So he didn't have to make that move. And that's pretty much it. That was all the trades that occurred. 13 trades, that's a lot. So we certainly had plenty of activity. Made for a very fun deadline day. Most trades occurred after 9. We had all day to trade, but yet we don't trade until midnight. There was only one botch trade. I think it was between Cody and Trevor. I don't remember the details. I'm sure they can tell you. But other than that, that was about it. So it's been a fun ride so far. League's kind of dead now, honestly, since the trade deadline's been over. League hasn't been as active, literally to a point where we're talking baseball in the group thread. So I think we will ultimately make some changes to see how we could keep the league relevant, past the deadline. And we have a great group of guys that are willing to make this league even better than what it is. So we'll certainly look into that on our next CBA meeting. We'll certainly have Chase involved. Certainly have Mike involved. And any others who'd like to join. I'm sure everyone has an opinion on how we can make this league better than what it already is. So it's been a good run. We might even switch to Yahoo next year. That's one of the reformations I might make. ESPN, it's okay. It's not great. When Cody introduced me to Yahoo, and I actually do like the format. Just a thought. Scoring changes will obviously be made. I think that's obvious. The divisions might be changed or stay the same. We'll see how much we pay will be changed. draft. I mean, maybe some group members. Maybe they don't want to come back and might leave. Maybe we'll stay at 16 teams. Maybe we'll go back down to 12. So there's a lot to be talked about. I certainly like the 16 teams. It's proven to be great. And I got about 1 more minute for this broadcast. I have to go to a meeting. Got to meet with the Marine Corps. So wish me luck on that. Hopefully I hear things I'd like to hear. I don't have to sign anything. But it was great. Always great being on the show. Always got to thank Mike and Chase for setting this up. And I need to get on with my day. It's already 1:30. Still haven't went to the gym yet. Well, stay classy, guys. And always remember, we want commitments. This is the DANFL and only on ESPN. I want to thank Chase and Mike for being here, for the times that they were here. For week 11, got about 5 or 6 broadcasts left. We might take a bye soon again. If this is on the air, then this will be on the air, and I'll record it like this. So I want to thank you guys and for everyone in the league for being active. And we will see you this Sunday for week 11 action. After this, there's 5 weeks left. In our league, there's 3 weeks left in the regular season after this week. So it should be a very interesting last couple games. So that's where we're at. So any suggestions on the league, on the podcast, always feel free to let me know. We're always willing to do what's better for everyone. Well, anyway, this is where I sign off. We'll have better lives than fantasy. It's not that serious at the end of the day. Well, you guys take care. Go A's.